Hey, good morning, BSI. This is JD coming to you on Friday, February 28th, 2020. Let's see, today is the real deal. We'll see what's going on. We're still selling off. Got some issues going on in the market. Of course, overall market, we're down in the pre-market right now by, what are we down? The futures are down 421, 425, give or take. Probably set to open even lower than that for fair value. But look, okay, let's do a quick watch list, guys. Of course, right now I'm in Alpha Protec and Boeing, also in space or Virgin Galactic. But look, Alpha, keep an eye on Alpha Protec. If you're in it, we might look to take profits at some point, but it ran up to almost 50. It ran up to 49 in the pre-market overnight, like 3:30 in the morning. So we're gonna watch this. We're gonna look for, I guess, that fear of missing out, FOMO is going to push it up. Even some short sellers, everyone's trying to short this. But look, I'm looking to take profits as soon as I can. Well, once it opens, just kind of let the candles populate. I'm on the 3-minute chart. Um, Next one, I'm watching Boeing. Boeing sold off as low as in the pre-market. The low was 277.28. And here's where resistance is if you're going to get in Boeing. 284.29. That stems back from actually yesterday's low, and now that was support yesterday on which Thursday became support, and look how support becomes resistance. You think technical analysis doesn't work? Give me a break now. This price has a memory. It supported it the day before, and it's become its resistance this morning in the pre-market. So it's below my moving averages in the pre-market, so we may have a gap down. We had a serious gap down overnight. It filled the gap to an extent, and we might gap down out of the gate. Boeing likes to flip in the mornings and come right in and run up, and they try to cover up some news with some dovish news. So keep an eye on that. Um, okay, leading into that, we're going to look at Spirit Air Systems. They're on my watch list for a short play. They had issues. Look at this. Let me remove that. I'm taking the VWAP off so we can take a look at price right now. I'm looking to short Spirit with puts. I'm searching for puts. The news, poor guidance due to the 737. It misses the fourth quarter, the forecast, profit forecast. Revenue slightly ahead of estimate. That's fine, but look for a sell-off. Let's go to the chart. Go to the long-term chart quickly. We're about 25 minutes to the opening bell, but look at this trend. Look, guys, just because everyone says buy the dip, well, you want to buy the dip that's gonna come up, because if you don't, you're basically buying the sell-off. So there's a thin line between that. Now, if you're dealing with a company that has okay, let's go to Microsoft real quick. We'll go to when the buy the dip statement comes into play. Look at that trend, upward trend, heavy sell off, and we talked about this in the Zoom call the other night. I said they had to close these gaps. It didn't close these gaps until yesterday. You know, I mean, it's going to actually fill this one at some point. It's going to go back up to 177, guys, but it might take a while. But there were gaps that needed to be closed on Microsoft, and it's closed those gaps. We're searching for support down here in this range, the 157, but there's another tiny gap that it's hunting for, 155. It'll close that, and then actually it's in 153 in the pre-market. But okay, I wasn't even going to talk about Microsoft, guys, but I'm looking at this on the chart. There's legit support at 151. If don't panic, even the demand zone down here where we're looking at the 141 down to 133. So I'll get that to you. But this is a buy the dip. But you need to see a green candle on the day. You need to see some type of turnaround, because you don't want to average down, guys. Okay, we're out of Microsoft right quick. We're gonna go back to Spirit. And I'm going to show you guys how I'll search for puts. We're looking for puts for the, it's going to be the March 20th. Puts are on the right side of the screen. It hadn't updated for the 28th for today, but we'll take a look at the 55 strike price, 320 by 350, 1592. But look, the delta is where I like it at 79. Now it's going to open at it's going to open down maybe $4 and some change. So all of this is going to be, this will be purple, and these will be up exponentially. So I'm thinking that we're going to be either looking at the 50s or the 4750s to find a really good option to get into. So keep your eyes on that. Let's go to CCI also. Now, CCI had a strong run, a choppy run up, a deep pullback, and is basically a bull flag, and it exhausted itself, and then we had just a big time sell-off, and the sell-off started on the 25th. Overbought, great run, but the issue is yesterday they launched an investigation into the financial results. So investors encouraged to contact firm that's one of them. Down on pace for person. Okay. Anyway, we had now analysts they're maintaining an overweight. So basically, that's a buy signal, and they raised the price target from 156 to 165. Okay, this is where, in my opinion, where an analyst is going with I don't know. They're not looking at the charts all the time. I don't know what's going on with that report, because on the 26th, Crown Castle to report one or more material weaknesses in 2019, talking about they're restating their financial statements for years ended 2017 and 18. So they're going back and auditing this company. Okay, one sec. So guys, look how deep this sell-off is right here. There's a gap down, but I don't see going long makes any sense when it comes to this. So don't just buy a dip or go off an analyst rating without really knowing the full story. So over the 5-day period on the 15-minute chart, you've had you know what, let's just go to the one screen, and we'll go all right. Let me adjust this, guys. But anyway, we're looking at CCI to the short side. I like the ATR, which is like what we said, the average true range. Time max is 100 bars. Let me pull this off. Go 5 days, 15 minutes. Sell off, flat, light sell off, flat, trading range, deadly sell off right here. Found support around 150. This is 151 is the resistance area, and you have supply all in here, all this chop in here. If I'll go a little deeper, light price action, and then the sell off in the pre-market. So if it bounces back up, let it test 151. If it doesn't break it and you see another trend going down, let me write that down. That sounds too good. 151 test, and we'll look for puts. I don't see it, man. I'm gonna look at the hourly before I really make that call for you guys. 3 days over the hour. Look at this, man. How you gonna go long? Don't go long on this. Let it prove itself and get above 151, 153 area, and then it still has to make a run up above that. So don't just go off of what the analysts say. Now, look, guys, look at the RSI. It is overbought. Jeez, I keep saying oversold. Excuse me, oversold below 30. So you're going to get a little bounce. It's going to come up. And let's see what the 30-minute looks like. This is how you have to drill down through this. Everything's probably going to bounce a little bit off that, and it'll test the highs or test these levels right here, and look for that short. And I say look for the short. You need to have an entry. You need to have a plan in place. But let's see. They're a little. Be careful with these options over with CCI. The one that's the least skewed, I guess, from a spread standpoint is the 140, but it's going to fall to 145 out of the gate, 148, give or take. You never know what's going on, but that 38, look for a 40 delta or higher. The delta's right here, guys. You go down there and it's negative 0.30, and it really, you just move the decimal 2 places, you can see that's a 38. On the put side, you'll have negatives. On the call side, you'll have a positive designation. So maybe one strike out of the money to find that 40, or if you can afford it, you go up in the money. And that on your option, when you buy a put, as the price of that option declines, the price of your put it increases in value. Okay, last one, guys. So before we get to the open, we're going to look at Allstate. Looking for a short play on Allstate. They had poor earnings. And yeah, we're in good hands. But look at this, though, man. You telling me somebody's going to try to go long Allstate. And I don't care what the chairman says. Look to the left. Raymond James Institute Investors Conference. Press release. Allstate returns cash to stockholders through dividends. Okay, that's straight. They raised the dividend on the 20th. Nothing positive, in my opinion, that it signifies putting your money on the line to go long with these guys. Now, it might bounce. It's oversold right here. And we might find support. Where are we? It's down to 106, guys. And it's broken through this little area right here, which is actually it's light demand zone, but nothing powerful. So let me get out. We'll go to the hourly, and then we'll get out of here. Okay, that's over 20 days. It's over 20 days. Found this little area up here, a peak of 125. Bam, sell off, continuation. Now it's severely oversold on the hourly chart, and it's going even lower. So it might try to climb its way back up just a little bit and to fail. Let's see, what is this right here? This price level, 115. I can't see that, but pre-market high from yesterday is 114. Yeah, man, Allstate might try to come back up to the pre-market lows of 109 again. And if it does, this will rise up, and then we look for a short. I can't see going long. And when I say short, we're looking at puts. Allstate it's down to 107 right now. So if you're going to go out of the money, hopefully that you get a 40 delta or higher. You go 105, and these I like the spreads on Allstate. They're tight. You want to be within 25 cents of the bid and the ask. If it's a wide spread, be careful. Guys, you have Lake, CODX, APT, and IBO are the Corona plays. That's APT. It's running up in the it's really running. 43 right now. Spirit's selling off. Let's see what Lake's doing. I know Lake's kind of settled. That's going to be a long play for quite a few people because it's up by 7.5, give or take. CODX. Is that CODX? Up hard in the pre-market, ran up to probably around a little bit over 26 in the pre-market. So keep an eye on that. And IBIO, this is really a penny stock. IBIO. I think Rolando Tate mentioned that the other day, and a couple of other individuals, but it was at 86 cents. It's up to $1.77. So I know people loaded up the boat on that. That might be one to take a longer look at. IBIO. We have like 12 minutes, guys. IBIO. It's a Corona play. So be careful for a pump and dump. Pumped up hard in the pre-market, sold off. Trying to pump up again. Look for that level. That it ran up to over $2. Yeah, man. Be careful. But if you can get in, you got to get out. And it will be overbought. Anything over 70. Hey guys, that's a wrap. Have a good one. The layout is Spirit, Aerosystem, SPR, CCI, ALL for Allstate, and we're looking at also Alpha Protec and Boeing. And let's go to space, man. Let's get them back up. All right, have a good one. We'll talk to you later.